everyone, and welcome back to Age Perfect Beauty. The origins of makeup colors and makeup trends begin on the fashion runways each year. Now, it's true to say that not every makeup trend that we see on the runway is practical for everyday wear, but I like finding inspiration from these makeup colors that I see on the runways and using that as my inspiration to create everyday wearable looks. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face makeup application using two up-and-coming color trends that were just seen on the fashion runways in Paris and Milan. The two designers that I'm going to be taking my inspiration from, the first one is Kenzo, that was showing a lot of mauve eyeshadow looks, and Missoni, that was showing a lot of either muted pink lips or bright pink lips. I'll demonstrate how I apply this fashion-forward makeup look using mainly drugstore makeup products. Now, new to market makeup colors are something that my clients depend on me to know about and to be able to translate for them into a wearable, everyday kind of look. So that's what we're going to do today. So let's begin. Alrighty, so we're going to begin with a Rimmel, I think it's a 25-hour, I don't know how that works, a 25-hour long-lasting full coverage foundation. I'm going to not go too full coverage on this. I'm going to take just a couple little pumps here, warm it up in my hand, and then start applying it to my face. I'll start with my, my makeup brush, foundation brush, and just buff this into the skin. This foundation, I mean, it's pretty good for a drugstore foundation. One of my fellow makeup artists, Colette, she recommended me, we were having lunch, and she recommended this foundation to me. She said, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love the finish on it. And you know what? I can't say I don't. I really do like it. It's a wee bit heavy for me, but you can buff it out and thin it out a little bit. It does have good longevity. I don't know whether it gives 25 hours because I would never keep my makeup on for 25 hours. And I'm sure that's just a marketing ploy that they're trying to throw at us. But it does give decent coverage. I'm happy with this, and the price certainly wasn't very bad. I got it at Walmart, so it was pretty reasonable. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a little bit of concealer. This is a NYX concealer. I got this at Shoppers Drug Mart. You could probably get it at Walmart too, I would imagine. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of that underneath my eyes and just, as I normally do, use my finger just to kind of stipple that product in. Probably have a bit more here than I need. I also found these adorable little, aren't they cute? Now you can get these, Beauty Blender has these little tiny ones and they're really expensive, but I got these at Shoppers Drug Mart and they're their brand called Quo. And you know what? They're pretty good. I have to say they're a good little dupe for the Beauty Blender one. And I am a Beauty Blender lover. But I like these. They do the job. They're really good for getting in underneath the eyes and little areas around the face that you want to add a little bit of concealer to. I'm going to go in with a Rimmel concealer now. Just kind of get into those areas that are a bit red that I want to give a little bit of extra coverage with. The only thing I can say about this foundation, it does give a nice coverage, but whenever you see something like 24 hours or 25 hours or long wearing, anything like that, it normally means that it has a little bit more of a matte finish. This doesn't, it's more of a satiny finish, but it is a little tiny bit drier than most of the foundations that I would use. But as I said, I love it. For the price, you cannot go wrong, and it does give good longevity. So if you like a foundation that gives you a little more satiny matte finish, this Rimmel one it's worth the money for sure. You'll like it. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with, this is a Smashbox primer for the eye. Just applying that with my finger. Don't want too much of this. This kind of evens out the color of the lid as well. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyes, and I'm going to use this Revlon Color Stay palette that I found at Shoppers Drug Mart. Really pretty colors. The purples are gorgeous, all nice mauves. They're a little tiny bit frosty, shimmery, but they're not too bad. They're more sheen than they are frost. We're gonna make it work. Now I'm gonna go in with the lightest purple here, this color right up here. And I'm just gonna apply that right onto my lid. Now I'm gonna bring in my camera a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. And get my bangs out of my way here. And I'm just going to apply this, almost like patting it, right onto that lid. I'm not going to go any higher than the crease area. This is a really pretty color. This is a great everyday color if you, first of all, if you love purples, mauves, or if you have a little bit of green in your eyes or you have green eyes. The opposite on the color wheel for green is red. So anything that has, you know, a reddy undertone, so these purples are fantastic with green eyes, or even a brown that has a little bit of a reddy undertone to it, perfect with green eyes. So we've got that just on the mobile lid itself. That's it, just that area. Now I'm gonna take a little detail brush, this little one, and I'm gonna go in with this deeper, darker purple here, this one right here. And I'm just gonna concentrate on getting that color right here on the outer edge of my lid. And I just literally pat it in, almost like a little triangle. And I build that up until I get the color that I want. Now I always want to go out and up with color, okay? What happens with a lot of women is that they follow their eye shape, and that's perfectly normal, and why wouldn't you do that? But when you get to a certain age, you don't want to be doing that because it actually closes the eye, makes the eye look a little bit droopy. So when we're adding color to the outer edge here, what we want to do is create this kind of triangle that kind of goes up rather than down, rather than following our natural eye contour. So that's what it looks right now. Then we're going to go in and do just a little light blending. Remember, when you're working with eyeshadow colors that have a little bit of glitter particles to them, so a little bit of sheen to it, they are normally not as pigmented as a matte eyeshadow would be, and they do tend to wander a little bit on the eye. They are really getting better. A lot of the drugstore eye makeup products and makeup in general is starting to kick up their quality, and I think they've had to because of the influencer and Instagram and YouTube, and I think they've had to, and they are stepping up their game quite a bit. Now we've done that. Now I'm going to go in with this kind of beautiful color right here. I love that color. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used to begin with. And I just want to lightly add that color right in the center of my lid here. It's really pretty. Has a nice little sheen to it. Right there. Then just take my blending brush and again, just blend those edges. If you want to darken up that outer edge again, that outer corner that we were working on, just take a little bit of that darker shadow and build it up. Build it up until you get the look that you like, the amount of eyeshadow that you like. And I'm just putting that a little bit higher so the more my eye up, I can actually see that darker color. And just blend that out a little. Now I'm going to use a very little, I want to make sure I use all the colors in this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to use this it's a little stark white, it's a little 1980s I think, but I'm going to use it very lightly. I'm going to show you how you can use it yourself. I'm going to take my ring finger, tiny little bit, and I'm just going to go on that brow bone and place it on the brow bone. I want just the lightest touch of this, just to give it a little tiny bit of highlight on that brow bone. I don't want to be a glitter queen here, okay? So that's one eye. I will finish this eye and I'll be right back. Okay, I've applied eyeshadow on both eyes now, and now I'm going to go in with a gray eyeliner. It doesn't matter what type of eyeliner you have. I'm going to go in with a Stila one. I like gray because I think gray and mauves really work well together. I think if I went with black, it would be a little bit too harsh, and I want this to be an everyday type wearable look for you. So I'm just going to go in at this point and just apply a very thin layer just on the outer edge of my lash line here. Okay. Not very much, just a thin layer. Now I'm going to go in with this dark purpley color, and I'm going to use just a thin liner brush. And where I applied that gray liner, I'm just going to go on top and just use both colors, blend them in, and I'm going to be able to get a bit of a purpley effect. Make it a little more fashion forward by adding just a little bit of that dark shadow on top of it. Blending it together, kind of smoking it out a little bit, if you will, so that we create a very subtle purpley liner right on the end, darkening up that lash line. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to go in with that dark purple again, this one. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Like so. Same on the other side. What we do on one, we must do on the other, right? Now I'm going to go in, give my lashes a curl. You know that this is an important thing to do, especially as you get a little bit older, because your eyelashes, like your lids, start to droop a little bit. Just curling your lashes helps to open up that eye instantly. I'm going to go in with my mascara. I got this new, I love mascara, so I'm always trying new ones, and I've got this Covergirl Exhibitionist mascara. I know it's big all over social media. I mean, I've been reading about it, and I've been seeing it all over the place. Everybody's loving it. I don't dislike it, but I can't say I absolutely love it either. I find that I've only used it, this is my third time, and it's gotten quite clumpy on me quickly. And you know, I know how to take care of my products. I don't put too much air in them. Sometimes when you pump your mascara, that will happen, or you leave the lid off. I don't do any of those things for any length of time, so I don't really know why this got so clumpy so quickly. So, I mean, it's a good mascara. Would I buy it again? Probably not. I guess I'm more of a L'Oreal. If I'm going to go with a drugstore mascara, it's probably going to be L'Oreal. You'll notice I have to go in with a clean spoolie just to separate the lashes, and that shouldn't really be happening with a mascara that's not even a week old. Okay, now I'm going to go in and do my brows. Just my normal way. You guys have seen me do this a few times. I just use a pencil. This is a L'Oreal. Just to finish off my little missing tail. And this is a MAC product that I'm going to use now. But you know what? You could just use the pencil if you wanted to. It's habit for me to use this product now. And then I just use the end of this pencil and blend it all together. And let's do the other eye. Eyebrows done. Makes such a big difference when you do your eyebrows. Okay, so eye makeup is done, eyebrows are done. Now we're going to go in with some bronzer, and I'm going to use Hoola Light. And I'm just going to apply this with, I don't have any other brush with me right now, so I'm just going to use a blush brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit of that kind of use it a bit as a contour. Just give my face a little bit of bronze look. This is quite a springy eye makeup look, I think. So I think the bronze, adding a little bit of the bronzer fits in well. Then I'm going to go in with Dandelion from Benefit as well. Use the same brush. You can see how much I love this. It's starting to cut. It's probably going to be in my empties video. I'm going to be doing an empties video in the next month or two. And it's definitely going to be in there, I think, because I do use it a lot and I love it. I'm just adding a little bit of that pinky color right on the apple of the cheek. You know, as you get a little bit older, you used to be able to just smile and know exactly where your apple of your cheek was and where you could put your blush. Now I'm finding that my face is starting to adjust a little bit. So I do smile when I'm doing it, but then I also look straight in with my everyday kind of face where I'm not smiling, and I just make sure that I'm putting it really in the right spot because things are starting to go south on me a little bit. Lips, I think I'm going to go in with, this is a pink coral, and it's a Maybelline lip liner, and I'm just going to use this as my lipstick. Just give a little bit of an outline to the lip. You know, my little trick is to smile so that I can get into all the little nooks and crannies on my bottom lip. And then I just want to go in, give it a modern feel by blending out that lip liner. And then just fill in the lip with it. Now I'm going to go in with a NYX Butter Gloss. Really pretty. And mix the two together. I do this quite a bit. I love the NYX lip glosses. They're a little bit sticky, but they're not like a MAC sticky lip gloss, if you're familiar with what MAC used to be like with their lip glosses. And it has pretty good staying power. And I like mixing a lip liner and getting that color dug into and stained on my lips, and then adding a nice gloss on top, just to freshen up the look. And here's your final look. What we've done here is we've taken two on-trend makeup colors that were seen on the Paris and Milan fashion runways, the purple on the eyes, the mauve on the eyes, and the bit of pop of color, pink color on the lips. This is something that you could do at home. We used mainly drugstore products, so kept it economical for you as well. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing, and I will look forward to seeing you next time on Age Perfect Beauty.